bit difference because without LeBron right now, this team would really be up against it.
Yeah, they've lost 10 in a row on the road. They've won their last 2 at home with LeBron, as Mike mentioned, 50+ against Golden State and Washington. Scotty Barnes, what an impressive rookie he is. He'll pass it out on top. Trent Jr. misses, but an easy lay-in by Barnes. Chua, who is 22 years of age, went to Memphis for a year. Barnes going to work.
Boy, doing a great job of getting to...
Russ didn't draw iron. He had to put it up very quickly, did LeBron. Barnes again, and he's got yet another one. It is everywhere. He's omnipresent. Quick and out of Gary Trent Jr. Van Vliet. It's a repeat of Van Vliet, one of the great three-point shooters in the league. LeBron taking it on himself all the way to the basket.
Again, picking the board for him to get into the paint.
Underneath, Siakam. Pascal Siakam again. And it's a 5-on-2. Underneath to Achua. Lakers are going to call a timeout right here. Right here. Has control of it.
The Lakers have made 1 out of 6 shots. Well, look at this.
And Barnes
Scotty
underneath.
Barnes is just taking them apart. He just can't hit make the open shots. They've had like 3 of them coming up dry.
Yeah, they're 1 for 8 with Siakam's basket. They are now in the rim as Reeves got it off. 3-on-3. Achua's in the corner. He's going to attack all the way. A couple of big steps, can't score. And Stanley's got it, and out he comes. But the defense gets back for Toronto. Little flyby, and Malik can't knock it down. So they're 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Long lead. That's a good tap by Siakam. And Barnes is underneath, just eating them up. Scott Barnes. Second timeout by the Lakers in the first 5+ minutes.
Well, the game is about putting the ball in the basket. We'll talk a lot about defense, but you got to be able to score, and the Lakers can't do it. Austin Reeves and Malik Monk.
You know, we haven't had a game in this series within 7 points since 2014. Every time they play, somebody, and it's mostly the Toronto Raptors, just one of those wins was a Laker win. A lot of times it's by double digits. You mentioned the subs, Stu. Bradley's in, Gabriel's in, DJ's in. Gary Trent Jr. Boy, he kicked out that leg, but he's going to get fouled and go to the line and shoot a couple. Gary Trent Jr. 3rd in the NBA in steals per game. Great turnover percentage. Of course, his dad played for 4 teams in the NBA. He was dealt from Portland for Norman Powell. Hey, while we have a moment, here's a word from Carl's Jr.
Give in to the new Double Bacon Beast Burger at Carl's Jr. and feed your happy.
2 free throws. We're not even halfway through the first quarter, and already Lakers down 19.
Gary Trent Jr. had 42 in Phoenix the other night, which was a win for them. You know how impressive that is, because the Lakers were never close. They won that game in Phoenix, and they won in Denver. They've won 3 in a row, all on the road.
And Carmelo comes in at the 6:13 mark. Lakers trying to find somebody that can put the ball in the basket.
Now, Lakers start the night 5 full games back of the Clippers, who lost in overtime tonight. A game and a half ahead of the Pellies, who they'll play twice still in the remaining 15 games. But Portland lost again. Portland hasn't won in like forever. Oh, they did actually win the other night, didn't they? Josh Hart had a big game, but they are 3 games back of the Lakers. Here's a shot by Bradley, and he knocks it down.
Bradley finally gets the Lakers off the deuce. Now they only trail by 17.
Lakers trail by 30+ last night. Trent Jr. with control of it, guarded by LeBron. Step back for a moment. Van Vliet into the corner. Siakam's got it. Pascal Siakam. He was part of that title team in 2019 from Cameroon. Pascal Siakam. LeBron trying to bully his way in. DJ Augustine going to be too strong and a little wide right. Siakam now will dump it for Precious. Trent Jr. going to be picked up on the perimeter by Avery Bradley. Coming up on the 5-minute mark to go in the first quarter. They'll get a couple of substitutes for the Raptors. When it's dead, Scotty Barnes pulls up on LeBron, and it's nothing but net. Scotty Barnes is 6 for 6. He's got 12 points and 3 rebounds in 7 minutes. Rookie Scotty Barnes from Florida State. Carmelo Anthony shot it pretty well last night, off target. LeBron tries to save and does. 26-4 is the score. We're looking at the biggest lead of the game. Lakers have not led in the quarter, and Bradley will go up the line and shoot 2.
One of the few mistakes that Raptors have made as we get another look at Scotty Barnes. I mean, he is really showcasing his skills. I mean, he's been absolutely dominant on the offensive end in the first 8 minutes. He's got 12 points on 6 out of 6.
Yeah, when Toronto wins after the All-Star rating in the NBA, they're 24th in the NBA this year. That's a good ball swing and movement over to the middle, and Boucher's got it. Augustine quickly. Avery Bradley. He'll reorganize with 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Carmelo goes to the other side. Augustine in the paint. Boy, they're really collapsing in the paint, aren't they, Stu? They're not going to let the Lakers have really much